Hello and welcome to another update. This is the latest breaking news in the Kherson Counteroffensive. In the northern region, the Ukrainians have managed to push on another 10 kilometers further south from the northern area, allowing the Ukrainians to now have control over this whole area. So in total today they've pushed 30 kilometers through Tuchani and all the way to the village of Mylov. And they are putting that defensive line. The Russians have set up a new defensive line between Mylov, Sukhanove, Borosnenske, all the way to Kostromka, which they have recently retaken from the Ukrainian counteroffensive. So this means that the pocket here that was previously existent here in the western area is now connected with the northern area, allowing the Ukrainians to have a better position in which they can properly conduct offensive operations. This also means that the Russians now are on an unstable defensive position, as they possibly have had this as a secondary defensive line. However, that was around Tuchani. This means this is either their third defensive line, or it is a quick setup before the third defensive line. That means that it is an unstable position. So either they will fall back further from this position, or they will set up some kind of defensive position and hope that the Ukrainians cannot push through. So the Ukrainian position now is to try and push further before the Russians manage to stabilize the front, which means that they need to push from the western side southwards to put danger on the Russian defenders here in the east, allowing them to push further on as the Russians will be forced to pull back. Otherwise, the Ukrainians would overrun them and encircle them from the western side. However, the western side is properly defended, as they have held this position for a few weeks now. This means that the most vulnerable point is here in the north, so possibly their goal could be to push along the Dnieper River towards Novokhorovka and the Novokhorovka Dam, which is still unpassable, which generally means if the Russians want to pull back out of this area, they would need to pull back through the river here, the Inhulets River, because of how they destroyed the dam around the northern area earlier this month, last month. This means that the water levels has actually decreased now prior to the levels that it had before. So their ability to set up new pontoon bridges should be possible. However, the difficulties would be if the Ukrainians continue to strike them with their HIMARS rockets to prevent the Russians from passing through. So there's a real danger of a collapse of the Russian positions here in the north and an encirclement of the Russian troops that is positioned here. So this is a test of the Russian defensive positions as well as the Ukrainian offensive capabilities. That's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching and have a great day.